Imagine perfecting your balance with just one posture. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it's not. And here's exactly what you need to do to stabilize and strengthen. Hey friends, my name is Yogi Aaron and I'm the owner of this beautiful place called Blue Osa Yoga Retreat and Spa. I'm also a pain specialist, a muscle specialist, and a master yoga teacher. My mission is to help you live your best pain-free life. You don't have to be in pain, and if you are in pain, I've got the solutions. So let's dive in. I'm sure that you can relate to the fact that sometimes we get all so busy that we forget to take care of our bodies. But our bodies are vital to our long-term health, our ability to be able to move through life with ease and effortlessness. A lot of us have weak balance, which can turn simple tasks into daily struggles. Imagine this, you're feeling shaky on your feet as you're navigating and trying to walk bumpy paths, or feeling scared as you're climbing stairs. This can really mess up your life, making it really challenging to live your best life, to go out and do the things that you love to do, including hanging out with friends and loved ones. And if you're facing these challenges, like I have personally faced when I broke my leg in the Himalayan mountains and my femur broke in half, and I can completely identify with you as you guys are probably facing these challenges, perhaps feeling at war with your own body, where every move feels risky, and the fear of getting hurt turns simple tasks into monumental challenges. This is really tough on your mental state, leaving you feeling helpless and frustrated. But what if things could be different? What if I could show you one simple move to help you unlock your stability so that you could go out to live your best life and do the things that you love to do? So let's reveal that one exercise and begin to change your life. All right, friends, so now we're going to do the one pose to help you regain your balance. I have personal experience with this one pose because I really hurt my back a little while ago, and I was doing something really stupid and I ended up injuring myself quite badly. So walking for me and just doing simple tasks became such a painful thing that this was the one thing that made the biggest difference. Now, are there other things that we can throw into this mix? Absolutely. Please remember to check out all of the videos in my channel so that you guys can keep up with this great work and keep improving your sense of balance and also keep living pain-free, all right? So with this one pose, I also want to just let you know, please check out the chair yoga practice that I'm also offering on this channel as well. So this variation is sometimes a little challenging for people because what we need to do is to come onto our hands and knees. And sometimes with some older people, this is a little challenging, or for people that have any kind of wrist issues. Again, I actually do have some videos for wrists, so make sure that you check those out when we release them. One of the main muscles in the back is called the multifidus. And the multifidus is responsible for stabilizing the spine. What are we here for? We're here to get stable and improve our sense of balance with one pose. If we're gonna hit one muscle, let's hit the multifidus. And as I was just saying earlier with my own journey of losing balance when I really hurt my back, this is the one exercise that helped me a lot. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come onto all fours. Now, when you line up your hands, I want you to think about where your shoulders are and bring your hands a little bit forward. So if my wrists were directly underneath my shoulders, it would look like this. But what I want you to do is to actually bring the wrists or the hands a little bit further forward. If your knees are hurting on the ground, just bring a folded up towel or blanket and put them underneath your knees. Now the multifidus is a muscle that's right in the spine, and so we have to work hard to get to this muscle. I'm going to break down this posture into 2 different ways that you can do it. Again, in the chair video, I'm going to have other options here as well. But as I will say in that video, this is the most effective way to get the multifidus not only activated, but stronger. So what you're going to do is lift that leg up, or one leg up, and then drop the hip of that leg. So when I said lift the leg, some of you probably did this, all right? Don't do that. You want to lower the hip. Now, if you don't know if you're lowering the hip, set up your camera and check yourself out. Another way is to bring the opposite hand behind you and just feel that it's level, okay? The other thing you want to do is work on straightening that leg as much as possible. And then the next thing you're going to do is lift the leg up. Now, you're probably, especially if you're doing this really well, you're going to feel this in your lower back, okay? And then come on down. And that's great, because that's the area that we really want to activate the multifidus, is in the lower back, the lumbar spine. You're going to bring the other leg up and lower the hip, and then keep the leg as straight as possible. And you can bring the other hand there just to feel the lower back, and then lift the leg up as much as you can. Now, with both hands on the ground, you can also kind of push up a little bit between the shoulder blades and bring the chest forward a bit. So you're kind of arching in the upper back, and then bring the knee down. Bring the other leg up. We're going to do that a couple of times. So bring the other leg up, lower the hip, straighten the leg, and then lift the leg up. Now, can you give me a thumbs up if you feel this in your lower back? If you don't, lift the chest just a little bit more, and then lift the leg up a little bit more without lifting the hip. Keep that hip down. I'm seeing that hip lift. Get it down. Bring the knee down, and then bring the other leg up. Lower the hip. Keep that leg as straight as possible, and then lift the leg up a little higher. Come up a little bit in between the shoulder blades, and then bring the chest forward. Really nice. And then bring the knee down. Adjust your hands. Sometimes you might notice that you're starting to bring the hands closer to you. Keep the hands a little bit ahead. So now lift the leg up, and then lower the hip. Get the leg as straight as possible, push through the heel of the foot, and then lift the leg up a little higher, come up in between the shoulder blades, and then bring the chest forward. Nice. And then bring the knee down, and lift the other leg up, lower the hip, and then lift the leg up higher. Good. Bring the chest forward and push between the shoulder blades up, and then down. All right, so we've done that 3 times on each side, and we held it for 6 seconds. Do you already feel your lower back starting to engage a little bit? Perhaps you're starting to feel like, oh, wow, my spine feels already a little bit different. That's a great thing. And if you're dealing with balance issues, do this every day. Now I'm going to give you the second option. Sometimes for people who are a little bit older, perhaps a little heavier, perhaps dealing with a lot of injuries, the balance thing can become problematic and actually create more stress. If you're a person dealing with those issues, check it out, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, please don't create more stress. Always kind of back off in the practice. The number 1 axiom in Ayama, Applied Yoga Anatomy and Muscle Activation, is that less is more. All we're trying to do is start to wake up these muscles. The next part is to begin strengthening them. But in order to regain balance, the muscle has to be turned on in order to work. And so doing these practices, we're turning the muscles on. Now, the next part of this is to lift the leg up, lower the hip, get the leg as straight as possible, and then lift the leg up more so you start to feel it in the lower back, okay? Lift up in between the shoulder blades and then bring the opposite arm forward. You're gonna notice that my palm is turned inward, okay? And I'm gonna drive the thumb up towards the ceiling as well as the leg while keeping that hip down. Sometimes when I say lift the leg, you're gonna start to lift through the hip. Don't do that. Keep the leg lifting and then drive the chest forward. And then come on down. And if you guys do this every single day, oh my God, your spine is going to be anew. Trust me. Okay, lift the other leg up, lower the hip, and then lift the leg up higher, and then lift the other arm, and lift arm and leg. Come up out of the shoulders, so remember to lift up in between the shoulder blades, and lift up as much as you can, and then down. Again, give me a thumbs up if you guys are feeling this in your spine, in your lower back, okay? So, these are really great. Do you think that any of your friends and family might want to try these out and get more balance into their life as well? Oh my goodness. You can change a lot of lives by passing on these practices. Lift the leg up, straighten the leg, and then lift the leg up a little bit more, lowering that hip. Good, bring the opposite arm forward and lift up as much as you can. And then come on down. So we're holding this for about 6 seconds, and the idea is to do it 6 times on both sides. We're gonna be alternating with the sides. Bring the leg forward, lift the leg up, come out of the shoulders. There you go. Bring the chest forward, bring the arm forward. Nice. And then come on down. And then bring the leg up, lower the hip, and bring the chest forward. Keep the leg as straight as possible. Push through the heel of the foot, and then bring the opposite arm forward, lift up. And then come on down. Nice. And then bring the knee up, the other knee. This is the last one. Lift the leg up as high as you can. Keep the leg as straight as possible. Good. And then bring the other arm forward. Come out of the shoulders, lift the chest forward, and then lift both arm and leg up. Very good. And then come on down. If you would like, come and lie down onto your stomach for a moment. Bring your hands like this and rest your forehead onto the hands. And this is called crocodile pose. And it's a wonderful way to rest. Whatever you do, do not do child's pose. That is the worst thing that you can do because it will undo all the beautiful work that we just did. And it will start to turn off all of those muscles. I would love to hear from you below. Please share with me how this practice affected you. Stand up, walk around, see how your body feels, and then share that with me. Do you think that any of your friends and family might be interested in doing this practice? Please pass this video on to them. I'm sure you know people who are dealing with balance issues, dealing with pain in their lower back and or hips. The practice we did, by the way, with the multifidus is a great way to start dealing with lower back pain and also hip pain, especially hip pain. So this is a great practice for so many reasons. Keep at it, keep doing it every day. It's not a one and done thing. It's not like a pill that you take once and it solves all your problems. You gotta do the practice every day. It works if you use it so it will work. Have a super wonderful day. Please remember to comment below, hit the like button on the video, because when you hit the like button on the video, YouTube will start to share this video more, and sharing is caring. Namaste, friends. Be well.